Gears of War Ultimate Edition had a beta, and that's what you're watching in the background. It's the gameplay that I got. It's pretty beast looking gameplay, pretty cool game. Gears of War, for those of you guys who are unfamiliar, maybe who never have seen this on my channel, I have posted some Gears of War stuff in the past, but now it's time to come back to Gears of War because they have created, or they're going to be releasing, an Ultimate Edition for the Xbox One. What's going on, everybody? My name is Physiics, and this is Gears of War Ultimate Edition beta gameplay that you're watching here in the background. Like I said, I have done a lot of Gears of War. I was in a Gears of War team, and Gears of War was a huge part of my channel. Kind of just decided to stop playing it just because Gears of War 3 got really just kind of boring for me, and I wanted to move on with a different game, which is then I moved on to GTA. So the guys at Black Tusk, the Coalition, went ahead and created a beta for the Gears of War Ultimate Edition, which is basically a revamped version of Gears of War 1 that was on the Xbox 360, and now it's going to be on the Xbox One. And I played the beta. It was awesome. Now, they have a really good history of doing betas for their games because they really want to hear what players have to say as far as getting fixes done and repairing glitches. And they put out the beta, have people play it, and then they get some feedback from the players, and the players go and tell them what they like, what they didn't like, things that should be changed, and then they will go ahead and do what they will and take whatever info they'd like. So the Gears of War 3 beta was really successful as well. They had the same sort of a thing go on, and it turns out Gears of War 3 was really good. Then all the updates happened, and then basically the game fell off because it just, you know, it just basically people kind of stopped playing it, and it just got kind of boring. So Gears of War beta, the Ultimate Edition beta was out, and some of the changes that the Coalition came back with included a lot of the following, and they're on the screen right there so you guys can go and check it out. Multiple fixes and tuning for the Nasher shotgun. There was a lot of people that were complaining about the Nasher shotgun, about how some of the shots were spongy, some of the shots were delayed, some of the shots weren't connecting, and so forth. I really didn't have much of an issue with the shotgun. I had basically no issues at all, but I guess a bunch of people were complaining about it, so they went ahead and made some minor fixes. Multiple fixes for the frag grenades, the boom shot, and the torque bow. The only real issues that I saw about those were the frag grenades sometimes seemed to kind of delay, or sometimes they would. The radius was a little bit off. I felt that it would stun instead of kill people, or maybe the blast was too far away and it would still stun you. So things like that were the only issues I saw. I'm not too sure what the issues with the torque bow or the boom shot, maybe shooting out blanks were some of the things, because I know that's something that has came out in the past. Tuning for footsteps, audio, and other sounds around a player. You know, it was kind of hard to hear people coming around and sneaking up on you. That's one thing I noticed. It didn't really affect my gameplay, you know, as much as maybe others did, just because I'm pretty, you know, I don't know, I'm pretty good at hearing, and also pretty good at, you know, kind of feeling when I think somebody's going to come up from behind me. So I didn't really have too much of an issue with that, but I guess other people's did. King of the Hill improvements, including the ability for the Coalition to adjust more settings for competitive play. I'm not much of a King of the Hill, you know, player. I never liked it. I found it very boring and just too objective and team-based, so I didn't really play too much. So that's kind of a iffy thing for me. I'm not too sure what issues were in that particular gameplay. Removed active down from the active reload shotgun sniper rifle and added tuned active bonus for sniper boom / aim. So basically, one of the big things in Gears of War 1 with the sniping is that whenever you get an active, which is you time your sniper or even your shotgun or any weapon, you get a reload, you time it with a little box, the very first gray box that comes up. If you can time that when you reload, you get basically a damage boost. If with the sniper, if you get a damage boost by timing it correctly and you shoot somebody in the body, it's an automatic down. Basically, it's an easy way to down somebody, and a lot of people complain about it. I understand, you know, sometimes it is very annoying because some people like to sort of troll you, and they'll shoot you down one time, let you get up, and do it again, let it get up, and then eventually you'll just die. So that is rather annoying, so that's good to see that they're going to fix some of that. Bug fixes and tuning for skill-based matchmaking, that's also very good for them to do, because you wouldn't want to have somebody who's a level, let's say for example a guy who's a level 100 playing against people who just started playing the game. You can see how that's a very unfair advantage for the person who's already obviously mastered the game or has a very good understanding of the cover system and how to, you know, how to wall bounce and whatnot. So that's really good. two red/blue colors for team shaders, Locust and Cog. So what I did notice on this edition of Gears of War that I haven't noticed, well, I did sort of notice it in Gears of War Judgment, but that was only when you click the LB button. You can sort of see your players and the opponents coming in a sort of a dark color depending on what team you were in. The Locusts were in the red, the Cog were in the blue. If you were the humans, you were blue. If you were the monsters, you were red. And when you saw them coming like from a far distance, they would kind of seem like they were shaded red if they were the monsters, the Locust, or if they were blue, the humans. You can see them coming. So that was pretty cool. Improved look of blood and gore in the gameplay. Now that's probably one of the things that Gears of War is super famous for, is the gory gameplay, the really exaggerated headshot explosions when the head just pops. I mean, just a bloody bitch just getting shattered once you hit them with a shotgun or you destroy them. I mean, that was one of the bread and butters of Gears of War, so that's pretty sweet. Improved game performance to reduce screen tearing. I'm not too sure exactly what the issue was with that. I didn't really see too much issues with any of the gameplays as far as how it looks on the screen, but I guess some people were complaining about that. Bug fixes and tuning for controller sensitivity settings. I did notice that I had to basically crank up my sensitivity all the way to the max. I've never had to do that with any other Gears of War. Gears of War 3, my sensitivity was 18, 19, and 18, and that was basically all I needed. I used to play back in like 20s and 25s or whatever, but that was basically just kind of an ego thing. I didn't really need to. I basically felt that 18 and in the 18s, 19s, 20s was perfect. But some people like to, really go high and extreme, but I didn't really notice much of a difference once you went past the 20s, which is why I had to go all the way up to the 30s. Various bug fixes on maps, weapons, matchmaking, audio, and controls. Now, every single game of Gears of War has had some sort of glitch where you can do things like, for example, in Gears of War 3, in depths, you can do stuff where you can basically glitch outside of the game. It was very annoying because if you didn't know what that glitch was, you didn't know where the last person was hiding, and they would basically just hide in that spot. It was very, very annoying. Sometimes you pick up weapons or it doesn't pick it up correctly. Things like that happen. Little things in the game that it's very easy and fixable to do. And it's actually a good thing that they did this beta, because now we know what was wrong and we're able to let all of the guys over there at Black Tusk Studios figure it out. They can fix this before the game is released and give us a really good quality game, rather than give us a game that is maybe not that great and then later down the road they fix it. Get the bugs out of the way now, maybe make some updates and see what needs to be fixed, but at least now they have a head start as to what's wrong with the game. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Pretty sweet. I'm really looking forward to Gears of War Ultimate Edition. Gears of War 1, really awesome game. So it's nice to know that they're going to revamp that and they're going to make it possible to play in the Xbox One with the best graphics possible. So that's pretty sweet. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe for more Gears of War content, especially Gears of War Ultimate Edition and eventually Gears of War 4 once that comes out. Hope you guys enjoyed it. My name is Physiics. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
There are no greater soldiers anywhere.